All right, welcome back to another episode of the Rough Rigs podcast. For the watchers, you're probably wondering, where the fuck is Will? He's not here. You're probably also wondering, where the fuck is VJ? Currently on a flight to Melbourne. So, it's a bit of a solo up here. Still plenty to talk about. Won't be as long as, what we usually pump out, an hour 30, but I'll do my best. And we'll talk about the topics at hand because I couldn't let the Rough Rigs community go a week without seeing my rough fucking head. And obviously, Christmas wish, probably to see me in this amazing sweater. Shout out the Grinch. Shout out Kmart. All right, let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about Mick Sweeney. He got dropped. We're also going to talk about Josh Hazlewood. He's been left out due to injury. We're going to talk about, is Mitch Marsh's test position a chance to be taken by Bo Webster? There's a lot to get on with. We're going to talk some NRL stuff. We've got some questions from the Rough Rigs community. And I'm just going to give you my predictions for the Boxing Day test lineup. So we'll get into it. First off, Mick Sweeney gets dropped. Look, I think it's harsh, but I also think it's the correct call. But I don't think he's done anything to warrant to get dropped. I think the selectors in the first place made the mistake of selecting him prematurely, not being an opener and getting thrown at Bumrah, arguably the best bowler in the world at the moment. So there's no shame in struggling against Bumrah because a few days after the drop, he scored 77 odd in a Big Bash League against anyone not named Bumrah. So, yeah, I think it's harsh. He didn't really deserve to get dropped, but I also understand why they did it. Trying to look towards the future. He would still be in the crop of future selected players, so let's hope he's not lost to the Australian unit for a long time because Australia tend to do this to people once they get a good start, or even just a start. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Josh Hazlewood, he's obviously been ruled out for the Boxing Day test for injuries, and it's starting to get to that point with Josh Hazlewood where injuries are playing a big part in his career and not looking good. So I think we should rest him until he's 100% ready for the next. I don't even think he'll be ready for Sri Lanka. I wouldn't even want to risk it. So Hazlewood drops out. Who are the two options that they're going to pick for that? I think we know Constas has been selected. Well, not selected, but he's jumped into the squad. They posted about 700 media posts about him, so he's likely a lock at the opening position. And I think Jai Richardson will come in to the squad. I think Boland's obviously bowls. And Richardson might be the 12th man. Who knows? But they both come into the squad. Pretty much Constas is going to get selected. They've made it pretty clear. And if so, I like it. Youth. 19-year-old. Something exciting. Nothing against Mick Sweeney, but there's just something about Constas. I like him. I think a lot of people do. He's a bit of a myth. Obviously, he's going to have to try being the key word here, deal with Bumrah. Yeah, fuck that. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. In some responses to Bumrah, they asked him, have you seen much of Bumrah? Are you worried? Nah, not too worried. So I like that. I don't know if he's just genuinely being a 19-year-old, not actually watching or giving a fuck about Bumrah until the 26th of December, which I fuck with, and I think that's hilarious. But I'm excited to see him come in. He's obviously going to open with Usman. So next up, Mitch Marsh. I think his spot might be in a bit of danger this test. I think they're going to want to go with the insurance of some bowling, just in case the Melbourne wicket, which we know traditionally likes to be flat and fucking boring, named anyone except for Boland. So I dare say, and this is going to be a hot take, I think Bo Webster comes in. Now look, Bo Webster's going to be able to bowl more than 2 overs. Big body. Just as good as a fielder. Probably, maybe not as good, but pretty similar. I think he gets his test debut. And I think they're just going to rest Marsh. You want him to be 100%. There's nothing. It's a tricky one with Marsh because he's the insurance for our top order when all goes south. But this series thus far, he hasn't been that insurance policy. He's I don't know, just not batting well. He's not batting well. He's not bowling, and that's not on him. That's obviously a team selection choice. And but his fielding's excellent, so you can never warrant that. He's a good locker room guy. I dare say he'll still be the 12th man, but that's my hot take. I think Bo Webster gets selected, and yeah, that's pretty much how I see it happening. That's just my opinion. I could be horribly wrong, and Marsh could be bowling, batting, fielding, fucking water boying. He could be doing it all. India versus Australian media. So this week's been a weird one for the old Australian media, who notoriously like just fucking being pieces of shit. But I'm on their side this time. So they went to the airport to obviously interview some Indian players, see what they're about, ask some questions about the upcoming test. All fair and love and war. You know, they're at a public place. You know, you're going to get these media guys. Like Kohli's a big attraction. He's a superstar around the world. Although I hate to admit it, he is. And they simply went to ask him some questions, but he's with his partner and kids. And he got very defensive. So on one hand, I get it. He's with his kids. Probably give him some warning that you're coming up and going to ask him 35,000 questions about the test. But on the other hand, I'm like, it's a public place. You're a megastar. You're a superstar. You're world-renowned. People want to hear what you have to say. So it's like, as a father, I get it. He's trying to look out for his kids or whatever. But it's also tough because did those kids walk into that life? No, they didn't really get to choose, did they? Their dad's probably the most well-known subcontinental man of all existence as of today in one of the biggest and best test match series that's happened for a while. Yeah, so it's sort of funny. Australian media are fucking pests. But on the other hand, they did nothing wrong. It's a public place. It's an airport. They're doing their job. They're fucking feeding their family, quote unquote. So I can't hate on. I want to quickly jump into some NRL stuff. One quick NRL little thing we should bring up because it just happened. Ezra Mam, who got done driving without a license, reckless driving, whatever. There was a lot of lists to go with it. Almost caused bodily harm. I think that's how you word it. Almost hit someone. He got 9 weeks from the NRL. Now 9 weeks is fucking fuck all for. I'm sorry, but like, whoever his lawyers are, well done. You've like, if you or I did this, we'd be in the jailhouse, bail set high, fucking this, that, and the next thing. 9 weeks. Do you think nine weeks is fair? I personally don't. I think the NRL had to show a bit of ticker here. I mean, they've tried to stamp out the racism. I think it involved Mam actually. Spencer Lenny got 8 weeks for calling Mam or indicating that Mam was a monkey. Like, wrong. Obviously, we're trying to stamp out this shit from the game. But almost endangering people, driving drunk, driving without a license. Like, I have nothing against Mam. I have nothing against the Broncos. But I think the NRL had to be a bit more stern there. Players have gotten sacked for pissing in their mouth. Players have gotten sacked for like some lesser issues than what Mam has done. And I'm not saying one's worse than the other. They're all pretty bad in the public eye. But at what point does the NRL have to grow a set and make an example out of these players? They're human, I understand that, but they're also role models that get paid quite well. They get TV time. They're an inspiration to many young kids. Footy is a big sport in this country still to this day, with the growing sport of cricket, which is probably going to dominate in this country in 10, 15 years, if not already. It's just, I'm disappointed, really. Like, players have done far less and gotten far worse. Like, lost contracts, never to be seen again. Shout out Todd Carney, you know. So that's just me. That's my opinion on it. I won't get into it too much because it sort of pissed me off. So we're going to go double into the BBL. The green team, lime green, David Warner's team, someone's saying, they still suck. So they had the Sixers pretty much all but beat. The Sixers needed 15 off the last over. And as a Sixers fan, I thought, okay, we're cooked. It happens, whatever. Now, I don't know if it's called bad captaincy on Warner. Bowling green the last over, I think, is tough on that small field with Ben Dwarshuis, who, respect to the man, can fucking hit a ball. He can truly send a ball out of the park. So, couldn't land a wide Yorker, and Ben Dwarshuis just went slap, game over, thanks for coming, and made it look pretty easy. Look, they still suck. They've got a better team than they've had the last couple of seasons. If I was a Thunder fan, I'd be fucking spewing because it's just the same shit every single fucking season. And they don't seem to get better at all. Like, I'm being the Grinch right now. Fuck the Thunder, but, like, be better. Like, the Sixers just fucking live in your head rent-free, and I don't really understand why. Anyways, they still suck. Renegades are winning some games. Scorchers are losing some. Bit of a mixed bag in the old BBL at the moment. It's early days, but I still see the Sixers being one of the two powerhouses with the Scorchers, and then whoever that third team is that wants to jump on ship. Don't think it'll be the Stars. They're 0-3. Shout out to the Stars for constantly being shit. Lloyd Pope, he lost the Strikers a game, round 2, I believe, and he got fucking belted in the media. Absolutely belted. Rightfully so. Again, you're getting paid to do a job, you get smashed. Pretty poor bowling, it happens. Now, I'm a big fan of Pope. I just like what he's about. He's bounced back. He's now the golden wicket taker, whatever the fuck they're calling that, where they wear the little gold hat because they've taken the most wickets. Shout out to Lloyd Pope. You can see he's playing with a lot of passion, a lot of hunger. And, he's a redhead. Not much hair on top of the dome anymore. It's all on the chin strap. And, handsome, thick fella. I like it. I think he's done well. And I think, honestly, he could be the top wicket taker. He's bowling quite well since he got fucking annihilated round 1. I just want to bring up someone that, he enjoys what he does. And you can thoroughly hear that in how he preaches and how he, gets the message across. I love Ravi Shastree. I think he is one of the greatest fucking... Would you even call him a commentator? Presence of the game. Person of the game. He's up there with me for Skull. He's got that Skull vibe about him. Everything he does this test has been funny. Like, he has his moments. Yes, don't get me wrong. But he truly loves the game. And I think we often shit on commentators when, they're not showing a bit of love and they're not enthusiastic with what they're doing. Ravi Shastree is the opposite. He truly loves the game of cricket, whether it's the toss, whether it's a game-breaking story or just a lunchtime segment. He speaks with so much passion and fucking... I don't know. I can't think of words, but he's just so passionate about what he does, and I really appreciate that. I think we can all take something from that, and shout out to Ravi. Didn't think I'd be saying that in 2024, but shout out to Ravi Shastree. Love your work, love your mo. Decent salad. And bit of lip from the man. Get him and Skull on the few skewies, and I'd like to see where that goes. So I'll put up a little story on the Instagram, asking some questions. Shoot me some questions, because solo male. I'm not going to bring up what sort of hub, but it's a solo male episode, so I'm trying my best here. And a few of the questions I got, one of them was out of all the sports teams you follow, rank them from favourite to least favourite. And I mean, I support a fair few fucking teams, so here we go. I may have forgotten one here, so don't hate me. Just fucking give me a chance. So I'm going to start with my beloved number 1, the Cronulla Sharks. Been supporting them since I was shit. Nothing's really changed. We won the 2016 Grand Final. And I'm very fucking passionate about the boys. I don't know why, I don't know how. They just get me fired up in all different types of ways. Second on the list, I think would be surprising for most, because I think we're just talking about sporting teams. Like, it'd be Cricket Australia, but I don't think you can say that as your number 1 or any of this, to be honest. The second one's the Orlando Magic. I love me Magic. I've been a Magic fan since 2008, regretfully, and now we've sort of got some boys ready to rock. So it's taken fucking 15, 16 years to fucking do something, but we're finally here, and fuck, I'm excited for the future. Holy shit. Paolo, Franz, I love you. Third on the list. Not many of you know I support Norwich. Norwich City. Yep, championship. We'll move on. I have family that live there. They fucking suck. We won't get into it. Norwich, third favourite. They drive me nuts, but I fucking can't resist watching them. Fourth on the list would be the Sydney Kings. I've been fucking with the NBL recently, and I've been going to many home games. I think I've gone to 5 out of the 7 or 8, whatever they're up to now. So I've been to more than half. I love the Kings, love the atmosphere, love the game day. It's been a good time. Next, I'll go the Sydney Sixers. Look, I watch the BBL, but I'm not into it. It's the T20 game isn't really the game for me. I'll play it, have a blast, but when it comes to watching it, I haven't got the attention span. There's too much going on. Fuck me, it's just a bit too much sometimes. So they're me second last favourite. And I got to put the Cleveland Browns in there. I've started supporting the NFL, 2-3 years ago. Don't ask me why I picked the Browns. I just fucking did. They sucked at the time. They looked good for a few years, and now they're back to sucking. So, shout out the fucking Browns. The only reason I like them is Nick Chubb. So, shout out to you, Nick Chubb. I love you, Chubb. The second question we got on the story was, when it comes to sport, what sport do you think it is, pinnacle-wise, to represent and why? So I've gone 3. If I was to represent my country in a sport, like for the pinnacle of it, it would be cricket at number 1. There's something about being in that of a small elite group of owning a baggy green. Look, Test side, I wish the baggy was in every format because I think all teams are equally respected these days. But back in the day, that being in that Test side meant something. There was something about it. There was feeling, and I hope that it's coming back. I truly feel like the feeling within the team is coming back. I feel like the casual fans are starting to turn around. The diehards are coming back in. I would just be fucking overwhelmed with so much happiness to, represent the cricket team, the national cricket team, because it's an amazing feeling. Like, people really get behind you once you're winning. Losing? Not so much. Tall poppy syndrome comes into that there. But the second one would be basketball. And it's a bit of a weird one because I'm going to more go the Olympics. I think if anyone in the Boomers side gets a silver or a gold, I think you've got to put them in all-time status, like Mills, right? Paddy Mills, Aaron Baines, and Joe Ingles. They've been, I guess you can call like the leaders of this Boomers side for a long time, especially Mills. Like, he gets a lot of credit, and rightfully so. When he plays for the Boomers, he turns into the Australian LeBron James, or whoever you want to compare him to, the Kevin Durant of Australia, whatever. And I think he's earned the respect that he's got from the country. Imagine if he got gold with, in one of these Olympics, one of these FIBA World Cups. I think it would be, like, that bronze medal is going to be talked about forever. Probably until we win another one, or if we ever win another one. So I think representing the Boomers would be a pretty cool, because basketball in Australia is growing. It's growing pretty quick too. And third and final, it's again another weird one. If I was to represent Australia in the tennis, like, you're not representing Australia, but you, the Australian, playing in majors, minors. Imagine winning an Australian Open as an Australian. Imagine winning a French Open. Imagine winning a Grand Slam in general. Like, just any Grand Slam as an Aussie. And I think our best chance at the moment, Dimanor's good. I don't think he can get over the hump. I think the elite, like 6, that top 6, it's like a coin flip at the moment. Like, it's really who's better on the day, who's got a better 2 weeks in them. Look, Dimanor, I'm not a big fan of him, but him and Kokonakis, no. Kyrgios is probably our best chance. Whether you hate him, whether you love him. Tennis ability-wise, skill, talent, showmanship, whatever it may be, he's our best chance. So representing Australia in tennis would be pretty fucking cool, because tennis weirdly gets a lot of love. It's a unique sport. And yeah, imagine representing Australia for any sport, but tennis would be pretty cool. I mean, Leighton Hewitt still gets talked about, so fuck. He hasn't played for, 15 years? I could be very wrong with that estimate. Don't at me. Now, the next question. What are your thoughts on Serbians? Love me Serbs. Love me Serbians a lot. Love me Marcos. Love me Mickeys. And that's about it. No, I love the boys. So take a guess, Marco, at who sent that question in. I'll give you a hint. He might be Maltese. Okay, anyways, moving on. Shoot, shag, or marry. So this has been sent in by Will, who's not here. Shout out Will. Thanks, Will. Solo male. Mohamed Siraj, Virat Kohli, or Ravi Ashwin. I would shoot Siraj. Not a fan of the bloke. See ya. I'd probably have to go with Ashwin. He's me little side piece. The spinners, we got to stick together. He's me side hoe. And then I'd marry Coley, because imagine the gifts, imagine the fucking lifestyle you'd live. Thanks for coming. Imagine the free shit you'd just get. Thanks. So that's who I'd go. Kill Siraj, fuck Ashwin, and marry Coley. Shout out to Will. Now you answer the question, Will, and get back to me. Now that I've done that, I'm going to talk about what I think the Aussie boys or the selectors are going to pick for the Boxing Day test. No particular order. I think I've just subconsciously gone batters into bowlers, so be of that what you will. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It just happened like that. Constas. I think Constas gets in. I think he opens with Aussie. First drop, I think Marnus keeps his spot. I think Smith. I think Travis Head. I think Carey. Maybe Webster before him, but I think Carey, Webster, Stark, Cummins, Boland, and Lyon. 12th man, Mitch Marsh. So I'll repeat that. I'm going Sam Constas to open the bat with Uzi. Middle order of Marnus, Smith, Head, and Carey. Webster, Stark, Cummins, Boland, and Lyon. That's my team for the Boxing Day test. I know it's a big call getting in Webster, but I just think that's what they're going to do. That's my opinion, and you can't change my opinion because we all have our own. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I'm not fucking 100% sure. Eh? Like, it's sort of up in the air with the people that brought into the squad. A quick episode this week. Sorry about that. A solo episode this week. Again, sorry about that. Next week, we're going to have pink baggies. So I don't know what I'm going to see. Hopefully, our super sub VJ's here. Ravi, Will, Georgia, whoever the fuck it may be. I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas to those who celebrate Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, have a cracking day in whatever you do, work, whatever it may be. Thanks for all the love you show us here. It doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the questions, all the love, all the likes, comments, whatever it may be. I just want to say a big thank you for that. We'll probably see you in the new year. So, new year, new us. What are your goals for the new year? I might just hit you with a question of the week. Viewers, I want you to tell me, what are your 3 favourite Christmas food items? What are they? Mine, number 1, honey glazed ham. You cannot fucking beat honey glazed ham. There's something about it. I don't eat ham all year. Christmas Day, I'll eat 4 kilos of the shit. Pork crackling. Dude, it's S tier plus. The goat. Well, not the goat, but the goat. And then 3, potato bake. If someone makes a cracking potato bake, it's fucking game over. So, fuck. There's mine. Let me know what yours are. Boxing Day test. Enjoy it. Let's hope we win. Just to piss Will off, I'm going to predict the toss. I think Cummins is going to fucking throw that thing high as all shit, and he's going to win the toss. Thank you for listening. I love you loads.